Welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Tuesday, 29th August 2017. I am Pamela Diaz. Former principal of the Charlestown Secondary School, CSS, Edson Elliott, is being reassigned to the Department of Education as Education Officer, responsible for secondary schools. Principal Education Officer at the Department of Education, Mrs. Palsy Wilkin, made the announcement yesterday at the department's annual back-to-school event.
There are going to be a number of changes in education for the upcoming school year 2017-2018. Changes at the Department of Education as well as changes in some of our schools. At the schools, I refer specifically to one, the Charlestown Secondary School. At the Charlestown Secondary School, Mr. Edson Elliott, former principal of the Charlestown Secondary School, will now join the staff at the Department of Education.
In response to the announcement, Elliott expressed his sentiments for the new appointment.
The feeling is kind of mixed. Of course, you having been around for such a long period of time, you would have, established some ties, and certainly you just don't get up one morning and leave. But I will be thankful for the opportunity to serve in another capacity, and I am looking forward to the new challenge. Certainly, I would want to wish the Charlestown Secondary School well.
Elliott stated that the new principal at the CSS is prepared for the new task ahead.
The new principal will be Mr. Juan Williams. Mr. Williams has been the deputy for a long while now, has been my deputy, and I think he's the most fitting person to take over, having worked closely with me over the years.
Elliott used the opportunity to provide the staff at the CSS his support and assistance, and is hopeful of the new opportunities working at the department will bring. Elliott is recorded as the longest-serving principal at the CSS, having served 13 years, where he started in 1999 as deputy principal and was promoted to principal in 2004. Area Representative of St. Paul's and St. John's parishes, the Honorable Mark Brantley, earlier today donated over 25,000 EC dollars worth of backpacks to over 800 students in his constituency. The backpacks were handed to the principals of the public and primary schools in the areas after an official handing over ceremony where Minister Brantley explained the purpose of the donation.
I, as a public figure, I've always been trying, in my private life before I entered public life, but also now that I've been in public life, to see ways and means that I could give to contribute to the development of the community. We had this idea, in fact, 2 years ago, to create a program of sorts, which seeks to do a number of things. The first thing, of course, is to provide a much-needed backpack to the children, and we have emphasized the primary school children. The second was to come up with a theme that sought to inspire and encourage them and to try to build their confidence. And I have been concerned over the years that many of our young people in particular lack that confidence, especially when they go into crowds or they go into a sort of an area that they're not known, or in an environment that is not familiar. You see them retreat into themselves. And I think that this is a very subtle way of reminding all of our youngsters. Everybody who sees them with this backpack will say, listen, be yourself, but also believe in yourself.
Brantley, who is also Nevis's acting premier, stated that while the focus of the program is on providing the primary school students in his constituency with bags, his expectations are that the initiative could extend across all parishes on the island as well as the Federation and the Caribbean region. Part of the ceremony included Brantley officially handing over the bags to Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, who thanked Brantley for the kind gesture. Barrett then officially handed the bags to Principal Education Officer in the Department of Education, Palsy Wilkin, who officially handed the bags to the various principals in the St. Paul's and St. John's primary schools. In response and speaking on behalf of the principals was Violet Clark, principal of the Cicely Brown Integrated School.
So many times, the children are pulled down for all kinds of things, and, we tell them off for all kinds of different things. But here is a really nice way to say and start the term with a very positive theme: believe in yourself, be yourself, and that's really important.
The brief presentation took place at the Nevis Island Administration's conference room at the Social Security Building at Pinnis. The Nevis Electricity Company Limited, NEVLEC, is currently celebrating its 17th anniversary, and as such, the company is celebrating a week of activities to celebrate its milestone. A church service at the St. James Anglican Church ushered in the week-long activities. The service was attended by management and staff of NEVLEC, including the Minister of Public Utilities, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers.
We are celebrating 17 years as a company. Many persons may ask, well, what is the significance of 17 years? Most persons will celebrate a significant milestone when they get to 10, 20, 25. Well, I have a different view in that every milestone or every year is worth celebrating. Because there are persons who are here with us today who may not be with us at 20. So how do you recognize them? They wouldn't get the recognition that they deserve, of course. So I am hoping that going forward, every year, whether it's the 18th, 19th, or 20th, that this company would see fit to celebrate the years that should go by.
Jeffers also thanked the staff at NEVLEC for their continued commitment to the company.
And let me also thank all of the persons who work on a daily basis to make sure that the people of Nevis get that reliable service that they yearn for. I'm speaking about the management and team there at the Prospect Plant, who work overtime in most cases. When you're home sleeping at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, they're out there working hard and working diligently to make sure that the service stays on here on the island. Also the linesmen, customer service. But I want to also say those persons who accept those calls at 2 in the morning, what is wrong with the electricity at 1 in the morning. There are persons who work at emergency. They don't always have the answers, and I'm sure they have been put in positions in the past where they themselves are wondering what is going on. But they certainly would have a challenging job, and I want to thank them for continuing to pursue and continue to do their best in that regard. Let me, while I congratulate the entire company for doing a sterling job. No matter what the general public might say, I know that you're committed to what you're doing, and it is being seen throughout the island of Nevis, and I want to wish you well throughout this week.
The church service was injected with various items from members of staff at NEVLEC. The week of activities include an appearance on Von Radio's talk show, Let's Talk, this evening beginning at 8 p.m. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 30th August, there will be a Customer Appreciation Day held at the NEVLEC's parking lot in Charlestown, adjacent to the Nevis Island Administration Building. The event begins at 8 a.m. and concludes at 3:30 p.m. On Thursday, 31st August, a health walk will take place beginning at Value Mart's parking lot at 4:30 p.m. The annual awards dinner and dance will take place at Four Seasons Resort, Nevis, on Saturday, 2nd September, for the members and management of staff. Still to come, NEVLEC donates items to both senior citizens' home on Nevis. The details when we return.
Truly, one of the few places that has an untouched beauty that has captivated the hearts of many. Nevis is everything you imagine.
Welcome back. The Nevis Electricity Company earlier today donated various items to the Flamboyant Nursing Home and the St. George's and St. John's Senior Citizens Home as part of the 17th anniversary week of activities. The first donation was given to the St. George's and St. John's Senior Citizens Home in the form of a dryer machine. The official handing over was done by Director of NEVLEC Celestine Grant to owner of the home, Reverend Alston Percival, who expressed his thanks for the donation. Acting General Manager of NEVLEC, Jervan Swanston, explained the purpose of the donation.
we realize that these people that are here, that reside here, they are our seniors, and they have paved the way for us. So those of us who are here, these people would have been before our time. So we realize that as a company, as NEVLEC, whatever we can do to make life easy for them or to add life to their ears, we are more than happy. And so we are very happy to be presenting this machine. Also, we are also understanding that one of these days we too will be seniors, and so we are seeing where we are headed. And so we are more than delighted to be presenting this machine today. So on behalf of the management, the entire board and the staff of NEVLEC, we would like to present this machine to you as a goodwill gesture, and knowing that, of course, you're going to make sure that it does well.
At the Flamboyant Nursing Home in Charlestown, Emergency Services Supervisor Sterling Heiliger presented sanitary items on behalf of NEVLEC to Hospital Administrator Gary Pemberton.
On behalf of the Board of Directors, management and staff of NEVLEC, I would like to officially hand over this donation from NEVLEC to the Flamboyant Home through its Director, Mr. Gary Pemberton.
Pemberton then expressed his thanks on behalf of the residents and management of the home.
So I just want to express our gratitude again to NEVLEC for their contribution to the Flamboyant Nursing Home. I know that they are celebrating 17 years in existence as the NEVLEC, so we want to wish them all the best in their future endeavors and hope that they continue to provide not only electricity to Nevis, but also look after our senior citizens. As he indicated, he would have made a contribution to the senior citizens home here in Nevis, well, Gingerland, and here at the hospital. So thanks again, and I want to wish you all the best.
The final activity for the 17th anniversary week-long celebrations is the official commissioning of the 3.8 megawatt Wärtsilä generator, which will take place on Monday, 11th September at NEVLEC's power plant at Prospect Estate. Regional and international financial institutions have recently commended St. Kitts and Nevis on its strong fiscal and economic management policies. In its 2017 Article 4 consultation on the St. Kitts and Nevis economy, the International Monetary Fund said, notwithstanding a difficult international environment, St. Kitts and Nevis's economy is expected to grow again in 2017 for the fifth consecutive year. It went on to say that St. Kitts and Nevis's strong macroeconomic performance owed much to the robust Citizenship by Investment Fund inflows and their spillovers to the economy, as well as overall prudent macroeconomic policies. It was also reported that the Federation's public debt was projected to reach the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union (ECCU) debt to GDP target in 2018, 12 years ahead of schedule. Of the ECCU's debt target of 60% of GDP is set for 2030. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Honorable Timothy Harris, said the new developments, coupled with the work being done at Park Hyatt St. Kitts Christophe Harbour, where over 800 persons were employed during the construction phase, and another 288 residents expected to be permanently employed when the hotel opens on November 1st, 2017, is a clear indication that something good is happening in St. Kitts and Nevis. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Pamela Diaz. Thank you for viewing.